strength.
Okay.
Again, so that's why I wanted to know where that that black chair
Yeah.
that you guys have had me in,
The wheelchair?
is that a wheelchair?
Yeah, there's a wheelchair. Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that the chair that was Ramos?
I don't know whose it was or where it come from.
Because there was a chair that,
You mean Velma's?
huh?
Huh?
That was your grandma's.
That's what I'm saying. Velma.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Or was it a wheelchair they brought in?
I don't know. First time I noticed it was that Saturday when I got here.
Uh huh.
So they could have brought it.
So it has a seat that flips up or flips down.
I know it has the leg pedal says to
Have you
flip out.
noticed that?
Huh?
Have you noticed it has a seat up or down?
I didn't look at it too close.
Because if it is, it's one that I can start using around the house for just little jumps.
Okay.
You know, I'll say, okay, I want to go into the kitchen. And might be able to walk into the kitchen, but have to stop. And before I do anything. Because I'm assuming all my testing equipment is still in there.
Okay.
And I haven't tested anything since I've been home.
Testing equipment still where?
Like for my diabetes and blood pressure and stuff like that.
Right.
So since that is the case, I would love to start doing that again.
But I mean, I don't know how much. And that's good to know. What about this catheter?
The catheter is something we're going to have to deal with the nurse with.
Meaning what?
Meaning that the nurse is the one who's going to have to come in and to determine if and when we can take that out.
Right. Do you think you're ready for it to come out yet? Or do you think not?
I would think not at this time.
Okay. Because I can see that being an issue just with you getting in that wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at the chair that closely, and maybe there's a place in the back where that bag could hang or something. But
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't want to get that tube caught up anywhere in one of them wheels because just
No.
just the force of one revolution of that wheel is going to be enough to wrap that tube up and yank it in a way that's not going to feel good. You know what I mean?
Not good at all.
I mean, I've never had a catheter. I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what have been one of my main concerns every time you got up or got in the chair or got to here or you know what I'm saying? Weird.
Be careful of that
Yeah,
catheter.
yeah.
You know, I remember when I had that cryotherapy, and that nurse says, "Okay, you breathe in as I pull out," and I said, "Okay," and I swear, I thought she went like this.
Yeah.
You know, and no, it wasn't that long, but God, I mean, I thought, my God, how long can that damn thing be?
Mm-hmm.
And then they say women have more choices than men. To me, I wouldn't. That's something I wouldn't call a choice.
On what?
Catheter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And if it took them that long just to find a catheter on me, geez.
Oh, I didn't know the history. So you're saying you feel stronger than when you first got home?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, so when I stand
Yeah.
and I put my foot at the right angle,
Yeah.
then it doesn't want to slide. Of course, having those dress socks on wasn't the best thing in the world either.
Right. And you feel stronger than when you were in the second room? So that was the second room you were in? That 802? I mean, not that you knew the room number, but when I come up there to see you,
Well, see, 802 is supposedly the room that I've been in
right?
the whole time.
Okay.
But 802, she said something about that's a negative room. In other words, they needed to have negative pressure in that room to make it work.
Negative pressure.
Yes,
Who said?
a nurse said one time. And I was standing there next to my room number, and my room door was open.
Okay.
She says, "This is your room?" I said, "Yes." She says, "Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close it. Each one of these rooms are supposed to have negative energy."
She told you that?
Yeah,
Negative energy.
negative energy. See how all of this is open energy?
Yeah.
It just flows from one room
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
It was supposed to have negative energy. Why? I don't know.
Okay. Well, be sure to tell the nurse tomorrow how you're feeling.
Yeah, I want to tell the nurse how I'm feeling,
And don't lie.
and I'm not going to lie.
So if she says, "Does this hurt?" and it hurts a little bit, say yes. But I mean, if it doesn't, say no.
Well, see,
But-
that's how I got in this position in the first place.
What's what?
But if I stopped saying, "Oh, I feel okay," because I wasn't feeling okay.
Okay.
And so whose problem was that? That was my problem.
I was wondering. I was like, "Geez," I was telling Mom. Might have been yesterday. Could have been last night or something. I don't know. But I was like, so did he just muster up all his strength and put on his best show for this rehab person, or what? You know,
No, because this rehab person came in,
right?
and I knew what he was going to say because he would just talk to the person in the room next to him.
Okay.
And I knew he was going to bring up that one step.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that he was going to want to see the best that I could do at that time.
Right.
And of course, I could have lied
Mm-hmm.
and not done as well as I could to make it look like, look at what I did kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to do that either.
Okay.
I wanted it to be a fair and open approach
Right.
to how well I was doing, and
What all did he have you do? Do you remember?
well, all the nurses had me do simply walk.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there with the walker and walk. What he had me do is those little rails there along the wall.
Yeah.
We would stop. He would say, "Okay, now grab a hold through the rail and go side step, side step, side step, side step, till you get to the end of the rail, and then go all the way back, side step, side step. See if you can do it." Well, since I knew that's what he wanted, that's what I started doing. So when I would go out with the nurse, and the nurse said, "Well, you want to do anything different?" And I said, "Yeah, why don't we stop here and do side step, side step?" "So, you want to try that, huh?" Yeah, I said, "Yeah." And then when he said, "How many stairs?" I said, "We have 2. Have you gone up and down the stairs with your walker?" I said, "Yes." And so all of a sudden, here he comes with the walker. Well, since I knew what he was looking for, I didn't hold back. I said, "Okay, this is the walker, and this is what I can do." And I put the walker up on top, pushed my pressure down on it so it wouldn't slide, and then I got up on top. And he said, "Now can you get off?" And I got ready to get off backwards, and he said, "No, forwards." And so I got off forwards. Then he said, "Now turn around." get off backward and get back on, and now get off forward. And I said, okay, I'm not expecting to say anything other than, yeah, you need to have rehab and blah, 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 blah. And then that's when he came back and said, well, you're better than what rehab says you're qualified for. So if I had faked it and said that I can't do that, then I would have gotten both of them and it wouldn't have cost me anything. But it's also, like I said, that was my concern how much money was it going to cost me, or my concern what was it going to take to get me home?
What was? Oh, so you were
You know?
you figured if you put your best effort, then you could get home.
Yeah, that I could get home. And I was doing, I thought I was doing fine. So I thought I was doing fine. I wasn't great. I wasn't rehabbing like some of these guys who have some of these world famous, injuries, and they come back in 6 months before the end of the season's over with and start playing again. Not that kind of a thing, but I thought I was doing pretty damn good. And then all of a sudden it went downhill.
Okay.
And I couldn't figure out why.
So you think it was the strong antibiotics, maybe?
Maybe.
So do you remember what you told me the day before you come home?
No.
You don't?
Uh-uh.
You spoke to me on the phone.
Okay, what did I tell you?
You said that when you went into the hospital, that you had decided that you were going to give them 30 days, and it had been over 30 days, and they weren't able.
That.
Huh? What's that?
You mean the 30-day thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had forgotten that I told you that.
And then you said you decided that you want to die.
Okay.
Do you remember saying that?
I remember it getting close to 30 days.
Okay. And you told me where you wanted the human composting, and you wanted to be up by the Lewis River. Do you remember saying that?
Yes, I do remember saying that.
Okay.
But see, that wouldn't take effect until January 1st.
Right. Mom said you had made her aware of there's a law that's going to change or something. About 3 or 4 days ago, at least, is the last I remember, but you were saying you were feeling this strong urge to pee.
Strong urge, what?
To have to go pee.
Oh, okay.
And I had told you, well, you have a catheter in, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. And you said, but you still had that sensation like you had to go. Have you felt that sensation recently that you recall?
No, not too much.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to open up a page here.
Okay. What, a Facebook page?
Yeah, and